Production. In the mix. With the commish, Nate.
All right, I think we're back now. All right, hopefully we're back. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Sometimes this little Elgato Wave and its little Wave software freaks out completely, and it freaked out as we went live. It was like, nope, I don't like what you're trying to do. Welcome to OMFL Media Days, our last of the last two. Last one. I don't know. How do you say that? I don't know. You'll figure it out. It's early on a Saturday morning. There's been no coffee. It's been barely a chance to wake up, but we are here. We are ready to do this, and I want to welcome you in. This has been just another amazing year of OMFL Media Days. Guys have asked if we can do this during the season. We can sure try to figure it out. It's just really hard. I mean, you can see we've been doing it for a month, and it's just difficult. And it does take a wear on this little Cajun dude right here to get up early on Fridays and Saturdays, stay up late on Sundays, and then squeeze in a late Wednesday. But we can definitely try really hard to see if we can figure it out. Let me welcome in my first guest here this morning. I am super pumped about this one. This is just one of the really good humans that we have in the OMFL. We are blessed to have just some really great dudes, and I hope that you've come to get to know people better through media days. I just think having people, seeing their photo, putting a real human identity to the made up names and the made up avatars that we all use and have, just makes such a massive change. And there's a real human who's going through real human things on the other side of that computer screen, of that PlayStation controller, and it just gives us a little bit more empathy and gets us a little bit more connected. But with all that said, get all the mush out of the way. One of the really good humans have come to us through our friend Dwayne, and I am so excited. Let me bring in our guy, Panther Nation. Panther, good morning. Thank you for getting up early this morning with me. Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about your team. So give me some opening statements about the Carolina. I hesitate. I think you're still in Carolina, right?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Thanks Nate for having me. I'm very, very excited about my team going to Madden 23. So we've been able to make some great additions to our team in the off season. And I'm really ready to scratch that Madden itch and get back to the thick of things, and really want to see what we can do to make a run for season 102.
Yep, we've got a new baby on the way, and so there was a moment there that we were like, hey, Nate, I'm going to have to step away, and I begged him, I pleaded him. I was like, just give it a shot. We'll work with you. We'll figure it out. And if it doesn't work, then fine, but he's staying for right now. Hopefully that new baby is very kind to him and his wife, and he'll have a chance to unplug and come relax, because it's important. We got to have that spot. So let's talk about your Panthers. They were my number one S-tier team to have have for Madden 23. I just think cap, skill position wise, everything, it just clicks a lot of boxes. And so you're already a freaking thorn in my side anytime I try to win over here. So you're just going to be really dangerous. Now I'm kind of hoping that new baby does give you a hard time so I can win a couple of games. But give me some things. What are you most excited about for your team in Madden 23?
So so we are finally fielding a decent team from a Madden perspective from the get-go. So we have Baker Mayfield. He comes out the box with 95 throwing power, and his accuracy is okay. So as you know, last season I had Sam Darnold, and later picked up Jared Goff. So enough is being said there. So this is a huge improvement Madden-wise, and hopefully I can make use of him like Coach Kobe did in the later seasons of last cycle. I guess all around, we finally get a decent offensive line. We got Corbett, Bozeman, and of course Icky, which I'm so excited about, and just to get a chance to see him develop within this cycle and see what he can do. Of course, we got the same cornerbacks. We got Jackson and J.C. Horn, which are providing the speed at the cornerback position. And
hate them too.
What's the hate, man? No. Shaq got a nice bump in ratings compared to previous seasons, which I was very ecstatic about. And of course, you know, your favorite guy, Nate, Brian Burns. We got Jeremy Chin, Derek Brown, of course, all returning. And of course, we have the great Christian McCaffrey, who of course is a monster, Madden-wise, because he stays healthy there at least. We just have overall a ton of great pieces on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. And yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun just playing with these new pieces and seeing how I can make them gel together and seeing what we can do in the OMFL next cycle.
Let's talk about some concerns. There's not too many on that team, but what are some of the things that concern you?
Well, my biggest concerns are probably being that me being able to use Baker and my offensive weapons effectively. So that comes down to game planning and execution. Also, one of the things that I want to do, see I can do in free agency or so forth, try to get more speed in the linebacker court. So of course we have Shaq Thompson right now. I think it's an 84, 83 speed. Damian Wilson, at least right now, is an 80 speed. And I think another starting outside linebacker was Frankie Louvu, which is only a 77 speed. I feel like that may kill me when matched up in man coverage against these tight ends, these great tight ends that are out in the league, and also getting to the running back in the run game. But we shall see from that point. But other than that, yeah, really no concerns coming out of the gate in Madden 23.
What are you doing for an import?
Well, so I elected to bring over my tight end, Dalton Staley.
Okay.
I didn't use him as much as I wanted to in Madden 22, but I have been planning on using him a little bit more and a little bit more effectively in Madden 23. So yeah, I guess I was going back and forth between using my middle linebacker, which had a great rookie season last year, and bringing over the tight end. But the tight end position is something that I feel like it's a big concern for the Panthers right now. I mean, we have Ian Thomas. I mean, Tommy Tremble's okay, but I wanted someone that has more of a pass catching ability. So that's why I decided to bring over that import.
All right, let's talk about a player that maybe people don't know on the Panthers. Who's a guy that nobody probably is going to think about that you're like, hey, they need to know about this guy?
So one guy I would definitely keep your eye on is Yetur Gross-Matos. So he has the ability to make a huge jump in this Madden cycle or season 102, as he's probably getting the opportunity to start on the D-line. This guy did great for me when he got his opportunities last cycle as a power rusher, and I think he'll pretty much, especially with the way the pass rush was in the beta, perform pretty good in this cycle as well.
All right, let's get some predictions. Your team was just a thorn in my side. And the next guy up, him too. Like, just the NFC South was just brutal. It was just a tough one. And it's got a few little changes coming this next season, but still going to be really, really tough. But what do you think is going to happen with the Panthers for season 102?
For season 102, hopefully we can make a run for the NFC South crown. I know we have some heavy hitters in that division, so that's going to be a bit tough. But I definitely do think we are a playoff team. We have the tools and weapons on both sides of the ball. And as I said before, all it comes down to is execution and game planning on my part. So hopefully the success that we have in season 102, we can build upon it until we can ultimately make a run at the OMFL Bowl. But I don't think we're there quite yet. But
I don't think you're too far. I mean, geez, I had to cheat just to get that one win. I didn't cheat on purpose, friends. But anyway, let's talk about Madden 23 to get you out of here, because we promised the wife that you would be done in the next 4 minutes. So let's get you out of here a little early, make her happy. What are you most excited about for Madden 23?
Yeah, so I played the beta a little bit. I actually, for the most part, enjoyed the gameplay. From the get-go, I was trying out the freeform skill-based passing, and I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
So finally in Madden, we can throw to a spotter on the field instead of throwing directly at the receiver. I feel like this should have happened a lot sooner, but I think that may be a game changer. And surprisingly, it seems from my little bit of time with the beta, a well-thought-out feature that they have implemented. So I was able to make throws I never could in any previous Maddens, which was awesome to see. So that feature is something I'm definitely looking forward to in Madden 23. And I did a little bit of playing around with the franchise mode and whatnot within the beta, but not too much. I know there are some concerns about like the free agency, because I'm still not quite sure how the evals work with how that works with the OMFL, how that's going to work and whatnot, the free agency signing periods and so forth. But overall, I did like what I saw for the most part regarding the franchise changes as well. But yeah, we'll see what we have to tinker with and make rules to combat anything that may be overpowered there.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm super excited about it as well. Brian, you are the best. I said Brian. I think this is the third time I've done this to you. No, it shouldn't be. It's just, I don't know why that jumped into my head, but it's wrong. Byron, I appreciate you, man. You are the best. You are the man. I am pulling for the wife and you with the new baby. It's going to be great. And I appreciate you hanging out, not only just to continue to play with us, but joining the OMFL board is just an advisor and a guy to help me with perspective, but also with the work that you do with the Deuce. You're just a great dude, and I appreciate you being here, man. Good luck in season 102.
Thank you so much. You have a good one, Nate.
There we have it. The owner of the Carolina Panthers, a thorn in my side. This guy is just a great player, very underrated by far, and he's going to have a great season 1 and 2. My next guy, I'm pretty sure this is who popped in here, is also another thorn in my side. And if you followed me at all last Madden, you know that I constantly said, this is the guy that is the most underrated player in the OMFL. I can't tell you what team he's with now. I think maybe Philadelphia. I'm going to let him do that. Coach Twinky, of what team? What team are we now?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Okay, I got welcome to Press Pass Live. I hit the wrong button. My bad, team. Let me get you. There we go. Now we got you and your little guy up there. Give me some opening statements about your Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm looking forward to not being in that conference. It's a hard conference last year. But it's my team, so I'm looking forward to running with them.
Let's talk about some things that excite you the most. What's exciting about the Philadelphia Eagles?
They're young, and they got real talented when they got AJ Green. I mean, not AJ Green. It's the wide receiver this year. Brown, yeah. They're very young, and they've got a lot of talent.
Let's talk about import. What are you going to do for an import? Coming over from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think you got a really fast rookie that's going to come with you.
Yes, I got a defensive end that's coming, Brown. We got him in the last draft. He was like a 78 overall starting out. I'm real old at the defensive end with Philadelphia, with Graham being just coming off an injury. His stats are going to be down a little bit. I've got Sweat on the other side as a defensive end. It's going to be pretty good if he can stay healthy. And this guy's going to kick in with him.
Let's talk about some concerns. What are some concerns? We've talked a little bit about age on the defensive line, but what are some other concerns about that team?
The concern is how Hurts plays. If he can be consistently throwing the ball. If I throw a bunch of turnovers, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, that's going to be it's what haunted Kevin for a long time, and so it's going to be a big challenge. Let's talk about a player on the Philadelphia Eagles who's somebody that maybe we don't know about that you think could be a big contributor to your team.
Quez Watkins. He's going to hopefully be the slot receiver. He's real fast, and when I had him before, he played very well.
There you go. I love hearing these names I've never heard of before. What about that division? You know that you're moving over there with some big dogs. You thought the NFC South was tough, Bubba.
Yeah.
You're going over there with some big dogs. Is there anything about that competition that excites you?
Yes. I mean, that's what I'm here for, the competition. I just want to play and have a good time and be competitive. That's the key word, be competitive.
Yeah, it can be tough sometimes. It's what drives me nuts about my gameplay. Sometimes I'm just not competitive. Let's talk about some predictions. I still think you're one of the most underrated players here in the OMFL. You have real skills. Your record just never was kind to you. Just had some bad luck sometimes. What do you think is going to happen with the Philadelphia Eagles as we move into season 102?
I'm hoping to be consistent with my game plan. I had too many turnovers in the past. And that's my main problem. If I start throwing too many interceptions, it just seems like it's quicksand. It just keeps on happening. And I'm pressing too much. But with the roster that I have, I'm young, but I'm going to lead on my defense because the defense is going to be very strong for the Philadelphia Eagles this year.
All right, let's wrap it up with this, Coach Twinky. I'm going to miss you in the NFC South again. We had just some really good games. I was lucky enough to come out on top of some of them, but they were always classic. And even on my big run that I made last year, which I still don't know where that came from, you were one of my big losses. Like, you hammered me. We always had good games, and that's always fun, right? And especially with Panther and Kobe, just was like a fun competitive division. But what excites you for Madden 23? I don't know if you got to play the beta, if you've heard a lot of things, but what do you think of the game itself? What excites you the most?
I got to play a little bit of the beta, not much. I did like the flow of the game, and I did like the passing and just the motion. I just hope they don't switch anything from the beta. The beta seemed like it was better than the last Madden.
Yeah, I agree. And their dev notes, they say they're not going to touch the game. So let's hope they fix the broken things and keep all the other things the same. Twinky, thank you so much, man. I know that this is a sacrifice from family and getting up early and all that fun stuff, but I appreciate you, man. This is a ton of fun. Good luck to your Philadelphia Eagles in season 102.
I appreciate it.
There we have it, Coach Twinky of the Philadelphia Eagles, which is also going to just be tough for me to remember to say because I don't ever, it's just going to be impossible to remember all these teams. Our other two coaches, I don't think were able to come and join us this morning. Little Koch has some family members, unfortunately, that he is taking care of some family situations. And then Kobe, I'm pretty sure just overslept. I hope not. I hope he's okay. But poor guy just works late and was working late last night. And I'm pretty sure he just overslept. So hopefully we can reschedule Kobe to come and join us another time. On Sunday we have, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. On Sunday we definitely have Coach Colin. We also have, come on, where are we at here? We have Coach Colin, Coach. That's right. It's the X-rated OMFL Media Days. We have Coach Colin, Coach Booby, and Coach Nipples. Those are real names, friends, but we'll have a Booby and a Nipple right here on OMFL Media Days. Hopefully we can figure out a way to get Coach Kobe back in here. It'd be a ton of fun. D-Money, I'm calling you out. I haven't seen you, and that would be everybody. And this has been a really great session of OMFL Media Days. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed those two interviews this morning. Thank you to Coach Twinky and Coach Panther for joining me this this morning. And thank you for being here. I know the chat's been quiet, but hey, it's super early on a Saturday morning. So thank you. I love you. I can't wait to see you again. Probably going to stream tonight. It's been a little bit since I've been able to stream. We tested some things during the week, but I think we might stream some PUBG. But I am itching for Madden. I don't know about you, but like I am... Like, let's go. Come on, let's get it here. I'm ready to do this. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. I love you. Take care.
Smash that like and subscribe.